Manga-Waido.
My name is Yumi Morimura. I'm in 3rd grade. As you can see, I'm just an ordinary elementary student. The only thing different about my family is that my daddy is really rich and super handsome. He works at a place called Sogua Shosha. They send him overseas and back all the time. I usually live with my mom, but I'm not sad about it at all. I have Kana by my side. Kana is my best friend. When I was born, my mom became friends with Kana's mom at the clinic. They became good friends straight away since Kana's mom had just given birth to her as well. Kana's house is as rich as mine, but none of that matters. We care for each other so much. We are always open with our feelings to each other. We promised each other that we would always tell each other the truth. Let's get off at the train station that comes after the one we always get off. I heard there's a fun place there. But our teachers and our moms always tell us never to go far without adults. That'll be fine. Please, I want to go with you, Kana. It's an amusement park. We're always like this. I drag Kana around everywhere I go. Once, when we were on summer break, hey, Kana, let's go to the ocean. Just the two of us. It'll be fine. I just want to see it up close. Just a little, okay? But you need to know we're not allowed to go far without adults. Both of our parents were full-time workers, so we had all the time and freedom to do whatever we wanted to do. Yes, I thought we would spend the rest of our lives playing together, hand in hand. But it ended one winter when we got into an accident. That year for Christmas, Kana and I asked for the same present from Santa Claus. Yes! I've always wanted this for so long! A kick scooter! Thank you, Santa! To be honest, I was the one who wanted the kick scooter. Kana was never that materialistic type, so she just ordered the kick scooter to make me happy. We took our kick scooters to our favorite park and rode around together. The pink one is so cute! I wish she picked pink too, instead of this pastel blue one. I didn't care about how cold it was. We could go anywhere we wanted to as long as we had these kick scooters. Let's go to the new cafe down by the station today. I heard they sell the best taiyaki there. I'm so excited. Nana, Yumi, it's time to go. We shouldn't be going so fast. We could get hurt. I was having so much fun. I made Kana go faster to keep up with me. I'd forgotten all about the long downhill that we were heading toward. Oh no! We're going too fast! Hey! We need to stop now! I can't stop! The brakes aren't working! No! There were small brakes on the kick scooter, but we were going too fast, and the brakes didn't work well enough. There was an intersection point at the bottom of the hill. The light had just turned green, and cars were speeding by. Kana and I dived right into them. The last thing I heard was car brakes. I don't remember anything else. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. My whole body was in pain, and my mom was bawling her eyes out. I realized that half of my left arm was gone. I cried harder than I ever had in my life. Later on, I heard that Kana would no longer be able to walk because of the accident, and cried myself dry again. Treatment and physical therapy started the next day. I did everything they told me to do, just as they ordered.
Ayumi, let's keep your head up. You will get better soon if you have a positive attitude. We'll get through this together.
That's right, Ayumi. We'll do our best to support you. Plus, your new arm is waiting for you.
My new arm? My dad got me into the best rehabilitation facility, and he got me a professional team to help me.
You need to keep the wound in the high position. Make sure you put this pillow under your arm when you go to sleep. How about we practice getting your prosthetic arm on and off? Don't worry, you can take your time.
My new arm was myoelectric. There was a motor in it, and it moved whenever I needed it to. After I got used to my new arm, I asked my mother if we could go visit Kana to see how she was doing. Kana was at a different hospital. I already tried to get in touch with her, but she hadn't answered once. My mom agreed to come with me to the hospital. Kana's room was small and dirty. The light seemed a little dark too. Kana was sitting in a wheelchair, and she was staring out the window. She looked surprised to see me. Kana opened her mouth to say something, but Kana's mom jumped in between and started yelling at me.
What are you here for? I can't believe you! It's all your fault! Kana can't!
I hardly recognized Kana's mom. She blamed me for everything that happened to her daughter. I didn't blame her.
Kana even warned me we were going too fast. I had asked her to buy the kick scooter. I had forced her to speed up. My mom begged for their forgiveness. We went back to Kana's hospital room many times after that, but I never got to see or talk to Kana. After my injuries healed, I went back to elementary school. However, I couldn't face my classmates after I had turned to Kana, so I transferred to a different school and didn't see my old friends all through middle school. After I decided on my high school, I found out that Kana had gotten used to life in a wheelchair and would be attending the same school. I hope you guys can patch up and become good friends again. My mother tried to comfort me, but it didn't make me feel any better. Kana and I will probably never be friends again.
You know, Yumi, isn't she kind of creepy? She always looking down, looking gloomy with her fake arm. It's kind of irritating watching her. She's so anxious and fidgety.
I was in a bathroom with a stomach ache when I heard some of my classmates talking crap about me. I had changed since the accident. I wasn't the carefree, confident girl I used to be. I'd become the type of girl nobody ever talks to. Dark introvert. Nobody wanted to be friends with me. I put myself in that spot though. I didn't think I deserved to be happy. The rest of my pathetic life was how I would be punished for hurting the one I cared about the most. Having a prosthetic arm crushed my self-confidence. I stopped caring about how I looked. Ayumi, are you taking care of your arm? It's not moving smoothly, and it looks dirty. Leave me alone. I don't care anymore. I don't even deserve an arm. If I have to have one, this is enough. I bumped into Kana once in school. She was smiling brightly. She seemed to be enjoying school life.
Hey, Yumi! It's been a while. Do you want to...
I'm sorry. I got scared, so I turned around and fled. I heard Ayumi calling me, but I pretended not to hear. Time sped by, and before I knew it, I was attending my graduation ceremony. On the day of graduation, a lot of my classmates were crying. I didn't feel a thing. I failed all of my university entrance exams, so I had no plans after graduating. Didn't feel like doing anything. Felt nothing. Kana's going to university overseas. She's starting in April. It's pretty impressive. My mother often talked about how Kana was doing to me. I heard she worked hard to get her life back on track. She had overcome her hardships and she was opening up her path. Compared to her, could hear the soccer team members cheering in the background. The underclassmen were tossing the graduates in the air. Felt so out of place since I had nothing to celebrate. I decided to leave before I got too depressed. Just then,
Yumi!
I heard someone call my name. I turned around to see Kana in her wheelchair. I immediately turned my back to her.
Don't run from me! Why won't you face me? Talk to me! Oh, I see. It's because you're rich. You look down on me because I'm poor.
What? No! I would never look down on you!
I know your family has a lot of money, but you still use that tattered arm. Are you doing this out of spite?
I use this because I don't deserve anything better. I don't deserve to be happy anymore. I know you think so too. You're stuck sitting in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. How can I walk around with a shiny new arm? It's too unfair.
It's just like I thought. Then, this is what you get!
Kana grabbed a metal bat from a baseball team member and swung down on my left arm.
No!
The bat hit the elbow part of my prosthetic arm, and there was a huge dent in it. Kana started to laugh.
Did you think using a tattered prosthetic arm was going to make up for what you did to me back then?
Kana, I
never asked you to do that! How could you think I would be happy about any of this? My best friend is using a tattered prosthetic arm, and it's depressed to the point where she cuts off everyone? Did you really think seeing you like this would make me feel better? All I want to see is you smiling like before. What happened that day? It's all in the past, right? Our moms have even made up. They're on good terms. You are the only one who hasn't moved on, Ayumi. The only one. I'm sorry, Kana. I don't want my best friend to spend the rest of her life like this. Ayumi, We need to move forward and we'll do it together, okay?
Kana called to someone and one of her friends was holding a long box. She brought it to us. Kana opened the box and showed me what was inside. What? Is this a new arm? Why do you have this, Kana?
Your mom and dad asked me to give this to you. It's from them. They said you don't listen to anything they say, you silly. I promised them I would make sure you received it. So you need to take it.
Kana! I couldn't stop crying. I hugged Kana and my new arm for a long time.
Seriously, you can't do anything without me, can you? It's like we changed spots. You used to be the leader back then.
I'm so sorry for everything. Thank you, Kana.
Gosh, I'm so relieved. I was so scared that you wouldn't accept the arm. Now I can go overseas without having to worry about you.
After that, Kana and I called each other every day. Started going to preparatory school. The next year, I got into university. It was a fresh start for me. I even got a boyfriend for the first time in my life there. He was a year older than me. He didn't treat me any differently even after seeing my arm. He told me he dreamed of becoming an engineer. 6 years after graduating university, I got married to him. We had been dating for a long time, so it was about time. Kana was invited to the wedding, of course. I'll never forget the look on her face when I asked her to do the speech for me. Maybe you can talk about how you broke my fake arm with a metal bat. I'm sure everyone will love that story.
No way! They're all going to think I'm crazy. I haven't even told my children that story.
Kana married her husband a few years ago. She had a 2-year-old boy and was pregnant with her next child. I am looking forward to our family spending more time together. I hope your children and my future children will become good friends, just like us.
You know, they might have crazy fights like us, swinging around metal bats and stuff.
I seriously hope not. Thank you, Kana. I owe everything to you. I hope we stay best friends forever, Kana.